Okay, so apparently we're back at square one, back stuck at home, worse than we were a year ago, and due to our government's failed response, apparently it's going to take approximately 8 years to reach herd immunity. So I suggest you get comfortable because you're not going to be seeing your friends for a while. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the ultimate list of the online multiplayer party games that I love to play, and we're going to be going over 3 sections. The first section is the completely free online multiplayer games. The second are games that are worth a little cash, totally worth it, but technically also free if you know which seas to roam, eh matey? And the last but not the least are games that you can play with friends which are totally free while drinking together online, or what I like to call an inuman. Okay, let's start with the free games because the best things in life are free. We all know this. The first one is one of my favorite games. It's so chill and fun to play with friends. It's kind of like Pictionary, and there's 2 versions of it. The first is Gardic.io and the second is Scribble.io. So how this game works is everybody joins a drawing room. You pick a category, your points, etc., and each person is given something to draw. Meanwhile, everybody else has to guess what this person is drawing. Honestly, it can kind of get crazy and very competitive, and I think this is a really fun, easy, and lighthearted game to play with friends if you're not in the mood to get too intense that night. There are different categories like cartoons, Pokemon, superheroes, and you can even make your own categories. Like an example, for one of my friend's birthday, we made a category for all the things we think about her, and everyone had to guess, and this was a special game that we played for her online during her birthday in quarantine. My next suggestion is a game that you've all played but probably have not played online. It's Cards Against Humanity. So you probably already know the mechanics of Cards Against Humanity, wherein there's a black card with a prompt and you have white cards to choose the best or funniest answer to the question on the card. So the Cards Against Humanity game online basically works the same way. However, it's not the official version of Cards Against Humanity online. And I can't even explain or spell out how the URL is spelled. It's something like pretend you're XYZ or whatever. On this website, you can make a room, have your friends join the room, and basically just get ratchet while playing Cards Against Humanity online. And the last game for the free section is called Realm of the Mad God. I don't know how to explain this game, but basically it's something that me and my friends in high school got so addicted to. You kind of become like a wizard at the beginning, and basically you're just roaming around, beating bosses, leveling up, collecting cool shit, and trying not to die. It's a pixel style game, and what I really like about it is when you're playing with friends, you can fight bosses together and kind of just like give each other items that each other's needs, and you can also make guilds in this game. I believe our guild is called AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Honestly, what's so stressful about this game is if you die, you lose all your progress. Like everything that you're carrying, you lose. And if you die, you go back to level 1. Okay, so moving on to games that you have to buy. Wink, wink. You also don't have to buy, technically.
Taking you in.
Pay for music, never legally download.
I will put a little price pop-up here so that you have an idea of how much it costs. I was just like a little bit lazy to search it before I filmed this video, so it'll be here. So the first one is of course Jackbox Games. Now Jackbox Games has been so famous on streaming platforms recently. It's for a good reason. It's really a fun party game to play with friends, and once you buy one Jackbox set, you kind of have like 4 to 5 games per set, and each game is always so unique and so interesting. And if you pool money together as a barkada, you can buy the different Jackbox games and just play it together every weekend or whenever you guys are free. Honestly, this is such a good bonding game because there are games where you really have to express yourself and draw things, and it just gets really crazy. And I don't know, honestly, I always find myself really happy and laughing at the end of each session. It's always nice to be doing something lighthearted that makes you closer to your friends. Now for my second suggestion for games to buy. This is a game that I've been playing with my friends for the last couple of years, but we recently got into it again because of ECQ. And honestly, we have spent the last 3 weeks playing this game for like 7 hours each night. That is so unhealthy as I'm saying it right now. So the game is called Don't Starve Together, and the goal of the game is to don't starve together. What I love so much about this game is it's basically kind of a free world style of game where there are technically no rules in a way. However, you have to work together so that you don't die, and it can honestly be so stressful when you're trying to like collect resources, fight the enemies, fight the bosses, stay alive in general, because honestly how many times we've died in this game, I can't even count. I do know this game is about 400 pesos, but it's a buddy system, so if you buy one, you get 2 games on your Steam. So that means it's technically only 200 pesos for each person that buys it. Honestly, aside from how fun the game is, the art direction of it is really amazing. The art style is so nice, the drawings are so nice, even the music and the sound effects are so cool. I find it really unique, and if you like Tim Burton styles of art, this is the game for you. And now for the drinking game section of this video. So you see, I told myself that if I was going to be talking about drinking games, you would understand how fun these games are if I, demonstrated it to you. Now, you might be thinking I'm just making excuses to drink. Well, you might be right.
Mom, I'm an alcoholic.
I get it. April Fools. April Fools.
Yes, April Fools.
So I'm going to demonstrate how these games work with my own alcohol. So the first game is called Drunk Pirate. So basically how this game works is basically just a random collection of truth or dare kind of games in one place. So you just type in each person's name and it tells you what to do, when to do. If you do this thing, you should drink. If you win this thing, you should drink. And in other words, it also just says, everybody drink. How fun, huh? So moving on, I have no more alcohol in this glass, so I will just pour myself another one for demonstration purposes. Alright, so the next game that you can play with friends online is actually not an online game, but it's a game that I used to play with my friends all the time in person. But I like to call the name game. Now, this is a game that's actually been kind of popular on TikTok lately.
As we make a great escape. So baby, don't worry, you are my only, you won't be lonely.
Now, these Gen Z think it's fun to just play this game and look at each other and see who's looking at each other. But, problematic millennials like me made it a drinking game a couple of years ago. So how it works in person is, again, you stand in a circle, you look at each other. If 2 people are looking at each other, you both drink. Now, how this works online, why I've decided to call it the name game, is because everyone types into the Zoom or Discord chat box the name of somebody in the group. And long story short, on the count of 3, if you and somebody say the name of each other in the chat, you both drink. Let's say there's 4 of us. This is Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup. Now, let's say we're going to all say or type a name into the chat box at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go. You see, me and Bubbles said each other's names. That means we both have to drink. And that's how the game goes. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know if you enjoyed it, because honestly, I know so many online multiplayer games that you can play with friends because I'm just a hoe for playing games with friends. I also know many more drinking games that you can play with friends because that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, and if you're interested in fashion and honestly just really stupid videos, then please subscribe for a new video every Friday. Bye! See you next week!